return here on Spot On Sports. This past weekend, we were able to take our talents out to Glendora, California, as we joined Herman Akins and Trust the Process to cover the Coast to Coast All-Star Premium Showcase event. And my man here, V, we'll call him V for the remainder of the segment because I butchered his name earlier, so I take responsibility for that. But my man, we was able to catch a glimpse of you, man, and your skills on the field. Tell me, how did you feel this past weekend coming out that event and the experience that you got?
Man, honestly, I was on cloud nine, man. I really went into the showcase, just trying to see if I still had something. I just want to take that last opportunity. It was basically my last opportunity before I started my real career. And so I went out there thinking, hey, I'm gonna try to put up these numbers. I had a couple of numbers in my head that I wanted to put up. And honestly, man, after Herman sent me all my stuff, I put up way better numbers than I thought it was. And so then Herman, told me there was a couple coaches interested in me and stuff. And so it kind of brought back the passion for the game, and just made me want to grind a little bit harder for it and just take that next step.
Gotcha. With being around a bunch of guys that you never played with before.
It's crazy.
And it's a different feeling. That continuity isn't there. How was it trying to form a brotherhood that you never even had with these guys?
Hey, it's crazy because we all came in there with the same attitude. Like, man, I'm finna just do what I gotta do. I ain't trying to talk to nobody else. I'm trying to just do what I gotta do and get out, go back home. But man, by that second practice, it was like we all had been playing with each other for like 3 or 4 years. Like, everybody was cool. Nobody was like, arguing with nobody else. Everybody was just cool, man. It was like we gelled together. It was like we ran the offense. We ran spread offense. We ran hurry up.
Okay.
We ran hurry up offense. Mm-hmm. We didn't have any penalties.
I noticed that.
It was crazy, man. It was like nothing I ever experienced.
I got you. With being at the entire camp, like, how were some of the coaches kind of interacting with you guys, and just what were some things that you took back from some of the coaches giving you critiques and stuff like that?
They critiqued you here and there about like if you play receiver, your drive phase out of your stance, and make sure you do over exaggerate your head movements and in and out your cuts, in and out your cuts. Okay. It was really good because a lot of the stuff that I trained on before I got there, I thought I was gonna be real good. I thought I was gonna be real good at it, but they critiqued it. They were very detailed about what they wanted, and so just taking that back and just having a little interest from the coaches showed me, hey, I gotta work this much harder on this.
I got you. Was learning about the camp like a fresh start, like quick start thing, or did you have time to like really kind of condition and train before you actually got to that stage?
I had about 4 months, but at first I wasn't gonna take it.
I got you.
So the first 2 months I kind of was just like, man, I done been to CFL tryouts, I done been to all these other type of combines, and it was just a waste of money.
I got you.
It felt like coaches just collecting money. Mm-hmm. But man, Herm had a scout call me, and he was just like, the scout was just like, man, the one thing that stuck with me, out of everything I talked to this man for an hour. Out of everything that he told me, man, the only thing that really stuck with me was how do you expect somebody else to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself? Mm-hmm. And so he told me that, and I was kind of like, that's true, So I took the opportunity with 2 months prior to the showcase, and that's the time that I had to train.
Gotcha.
V, man, how you doing, man? Hey, man, I heard you was a superstar out there, man, Glendora, man. I really just want to know, man, because I know the camp was a big thing for you, but I want to know, where did that love of the game come from, man? Like, when did you first start playing football, man?
Man, I started playing football my 4th grade year. Okay. I used to live in Indiana, and I played basketball a little bit, and my dad's a big football fan. Okay. And so as soon as we moved to Waxahachie, man, he put me straight in football. And at first I was just like, I really wasn't feeling it, but they put me at quarterback. Yeah. And so, we figured out I can throw a little bit or whatever, and I mean, I scored my first touchdown my first game. And the feeling that I got from it was like, you know what I'm saying? You hear everybody screaming. I was just like, man, this is what it feels like. I don't want to say being praised, but it was just like,
I feel a good feeling though.
It's a great feeling, man. So it's kind of like, man, I love that feeling. I love to, make people happy. Or, the excitement people have after, a good play or a touchdown.
So like with that feeling right there, with that first memory, when going to this camp, did you kind of get that again, like after the game when you seen your numbers and your highlight tape?
Man, I was blessed to get as many touches. I got 3 touches.
Yeah.
And I made the most out of all 3 of them, and I was just blessed because there was guys out there that didn't even touch the ball. Everybody came out there for the same reason, and some guys didn't even get to touch the ball.
He owed me a touchdown though. He was supposed to score on one of those plays.
Yeah,
He got a little safety, got his ankle. He owed me one.
Shoestring tackled you, man.
He broke the first. He broke
added
the
to the
first one.
stats.
I needed some tape. My ankle was hurt. I needed some tape.
I got you, man.
I feel you. That's what's up, though, man. Yeah, man. I think that it's great, man. Did you say you play slot receiver?
Mm-hmm.
So you transitioned from quarterback to receiver. Like when did that come about?
I played quarterback my whole life until I got to college.
Wow.
Square business. That's where I know you from.
how
With
was
that
that?
transition. I'm like, wait a minute. That's a bit, man. That's what's up. But I think quarterbacks transition well to wide receiver, and vice versa. We seen Tannehill with the Dolphins come from wide receiver to quarterbacks. I think they IQ is pretty good, so I think you'll do pretty good at that position, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Square business.
So tell me, with with everything, with this, the scout talking to you and everything, is that the next move for V, or is it something else, outside of that you're trying to venture into?
So one thing that I want to do, my biggest thing, I want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And so, man, playing this game with the scouts that were there, like some from other countries, and those are the scouts that had interest in me. And so I was like, man, you don't get to do this. Everybody don't get to do this. You only get one opportunity for this, and this is the opportunity. So when he told me to call him and stuff, I was just like, I jumped on it. You know what I mean? It's just like I'll never have this opportunity again without me having to spend money.
Mm-hmm. You understand? Gotta take advantage of those opportunities that's definitely put out there, man.
No, yeah, these, especially for what Herman's doing, and one thing that you guys did for me was just being there and getting you guys' story. And I mean, I know all of you guys weren't semi-pro, even though it was a pro thing from guys who kind of did some semi-pro, whatever the case is. But you guys opened my eyes to the aspects of guys who are really still trying to reach that point of professional football. These guys who, like I said, they didn't know each other. You guys didn't know a lick about the next guy, unless the one guy that was there from that you didn't know from the last camp, but he got hurt. So you're pretty much there by yourself. Now you have to form this bond with these guys you never even played with before. I think that's the aspect of football that we all love. And the fact that you bring that bond to the forefront.
It's the love of the game.
Yeah,
it's simply
right.
Loving the game, loving your position, going out here and letting them know that I still have some talent that I need to leave on the field. Everybody putting it out there.
And speaking of that, was there anything that you learned from those guys that you had a chance to play with?
I just learned how to enjoy the game more instead of being hard on myself.
Right.
A lot of those guys, man, during the practices even, they'll drop a ball or they'll run the wrong route, but they were smiling out there. They were having fun. And so me being me, man, I'm hard on myself. If I mess up, I'm like, man, I'm ready to throw my helmet. But that's just me. But from me seeing how happy they was, man, it just made me more comfortable. And so if I dropped the ball or something, I was just like on to the next play. And coach made it easy, that much more easier to do that, because he was just like, don't worry about mistakes. None of y'all played together before. Yeah. And so he was just like, drop balls are gonna happen. And so it was cool, man. Like seeing those guys just laugh it off.
And lift that pressure.
Like, yeah, man. That pressure was gone. It was like, just have fun. Have fun, even though it's a great opportunity. Have fun.
Good. With that, what type of pressure did you come in with? I mean, I know with all of you guys, some guys were fighting for, those contracts with other Arena League teams or just an opportunity to move forward. What was that pressure like to you coming into California for this event?
The pressure was, man, sacrificing. I sacrificed so much just to go. I had some job opportunities that, I could have been coaching right now, but I sacrificed so much. I used to live in a house, in Cedar Hill, Texas. I had, a house with a roommate, and I moved out of the house for this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I had to save up so much money. I knew I could go up here and just do terrible. And then, it was like, it'll be for nothing. But I went up there, man, and I was just like, I mean, it's pressure, but for me, bro, I've always been underdog. And so it's like, as soon as I got there, like, I was nervous the week before, but as soon as the week came, like, it was like no pressure. I was like, I just gotta go do it.
Well, Venique, man, we wish you the best of luck going forward, and keep in touch with the scouts. Hope they find a good work for you, and that you get the best success, man, in your future endeavors.
Appreciate it, man.
And guys, we hope that you find success in watching Spot on Sports. Comment, rate, subscribe, drop us a like. We definitely appreciate it. Click that subscribe button. I know your hand right there by the mouse. I see it. This is Spot on Sports, but not just accurate. We're spot on. We'll see you guys next time.